Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready to dive into some really interesting stuff about Google searches, stuff most people don't even realize.
Oh yeah, today we're going deep on something most businesses completely miss.
We're talking about those searches that have never been seen before, totally unique.
And let me tell you, they're a gold mine for anyone who knows how to use them.
So true. When I first saw the stats on this, I was blown away. Get this, 15% of all Google searches are completely unique.
15%, that's huge. We're talking millions of searches every single day.
Millions. It really makes you wonder what those searches are,
It really does. And it tells us something important about how people are using search these days. They're not just typing in generic keywords anymore.
So instead of just searching plumber, they're getting way more specific.
Exactly. They're typing in those long, detailed phrases that describe their exact needs.
More like, best 24-hour emergency plumber near me who's licensed to fix a leaky faucet on a Saturday.
You got it. It's all about getting hyper-specific. And for businesses, that's where the real opportunity lies.
Okay, so I'm that plumber. Why is this so good for me?
Think about it. If you're competing for those generic searches, you're up against everyone else in your industry. It's a crowded space, and it's hard to stand out.
Right, everyone's fighting for that top spot.
But when you start targeting those unique long-tail searches,
It's like you're having a one-on-one conversation with someone who's already interested in exactly what you offer.
you become the obvious choice because you're the only one who truly understands their specific needs.
So less competition, more targeted visibility. That's huge, especially for smaller businesses or anyone in a crowded market.
Exactly. Imagine you're that small bookstore trying to compete with the giants.
It's tough.
Brutal.
But what if, instead of trying to rank for books, you focus on rare first edition sci-fi books signed by the author in Chicago?
Suddenly, you're not just competing, you're the destination.
Exactly. You've gone from a needle in a haystack to the go-to expert. Okay, I see how powerful this is. But there's got to be a catch, right?
Always a catch.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, it does take work. You need to understand these unique needs, those specific questions your ideal customers are asking.
And how do we do that?
That's what we're going to unpack today. Buckle up, because we're about to get into the nitty-gritty of why this matters and how to use it to your advantage.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's do it. All right, so we're diving deeper into the first benefit of going after those unique searches, really pinpointing those specific customer needs. What does that look like in the real world? Give me an example.
Well, it's kind of like you become this mind reader, right?
Yeah.
But instead of using a crystal ball, you're using search terms.
Yeah.
When someone types in a super specific phrase into Google, they're basically handing you a roadmap to exactly what they want.
Okay, I kind of get the concept, but how about a real example?
Okay, say someone searches for something like how to choose hiking boots for wide feet under $50 or something like that.
Okay.
That tells you so much about them, right? It means they're not just looking for any hiking boot. They need a specific type for their foot, and they don't want to break the bank.
Right, they're price conscious, but they also have a specific need. So instead of just throwing a wide net, you're honing in someone who's already interested.
Exactly. You're
Yeah.
talking directly to their needs, and that's way more powerful. And that's actually how you stand out from the competition, which was that second benefit, right?
Oh, right. It's all connected. So everyone else is talking about hiking boots in general, and you're the one who's like, hey, wide feet. I gotcha.
That's it. It's like you're at this super crowded party, and it's so loud you can't hear anything. And instead of trying to shout over everyone, you find that one person in the corner who also loves, I don't know, 80s music.
Okay. I see what you mean. It's like you suddenly connect on that deeper level.
Exactly. And then it's like everyone else at the party fades away, and you can have a real conversation.
Oh. And no more shouting over each other. Okay, so we've covered pinpointing those specific needs and standing out from the competition. But what about that third benefit? Winning at voice search. That's
Yeah.
got to be huge with all these AI assistants.
Huge, and only getting bigger. Just think about how you search when you're using voice search on your phone or whatever. You're not typing full sentences, are you?
No way. It's more like I'm talking to a friend. Well, actually, I talk to my devices more than I probably should.
There you go. And you're not speaking in keywords either.
Definitely not. If I want coffee, I'll say something like, find me a cafe near me that's open late and has good Wi-Fi.
And that right there is a gold mine. Those are the exact long-tail keywords businesses need to be targeting. Not just coffee, but cafe near me, open late, good Wi-Fi.
It's like conversational almost.
It is, and that's why understanding these unique searches is so powerful. It's not just about keywords anymore. It's about understanding how people talk, their intent.
This has been incredibly eye-opening. This is great info, but I'm ready to get tactical here. How do we actually put this into practice? You mentioned a toolkit.
I did. Let's get into it. The good news is there are some very specific tactics anyone can use to leverage the power of unique searches.
Okay, let's do it. Hit me with your best shot. Okay, lay it on me. What's in this toolkit? How do we actually use this unique search stuff?
First things first, we got to talk about content. It's not enough to just have a website, you got to have the right content.
Okay, so what does that mean? Right
Yeah.
content.
You got to answer those unique questions your ideal customer is asking.
So like really specific stuff.
Exactly. Think laser focused.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a personal trainer who works with, say, older adults, you don't just want a generic services page on your website.
Right. That's not going to cut it.
You want blog posts, videos, whatever, that really speak to their needs, like best exercises for seniors with arthritis or how to stay active after a hip replacement, stuff like that.
Okay, so you're basically becoming the go-to expert for that very specific thing. Smart.
That's the idea. And once you've got that amazing content, you got to make sure people can actually find it.
I was just going to ask about that. How do we do that?
Long tail keywords. Remember those. Those longer, more specific phrases people type into Google.
Right, like instead of just senior fitness, it's senior fitness classes for beginners in Denver.
You got it. And there are tools out there that can help you find those golden keywords. Google Keyword Planner is a good one to start with.
I'll check it out. But what about businesses that rely on local customers, like a shop or a restaurant?
Ah, that's where local SEO comes in. If you've got a brick-and-mortar location, local SEO is your best friend.
So if I'm that awesome vegan bakery we talked about earlier, I need to make sure people can find me when they're craving a cupcake and searching on their phones.
Exactly. Make sure your Google business profile is on point. Address, phone number, hours, all that good stuff. And don't forget about online directories and reviews.
Google Business Profile, that's different from just my website.
Totally. Think of it like your online storefront. It's often the first thing people see when they search for you on Google.
Oh, right. It's that little box with the photos and everything.
Yep, that's the one. Make sure it's got all the info people need and looks good. And hey, don't be afraid to ask happy customers to leave reviews.
Good reviews are gold, right? Social proof and all that.
They're everything. And lastly, remember this. The internet is constantly changing. What worked yesterday might not work tomorrow.
So true. It's all about staying flexible, being willing to learn new stuff.
100%. Keep experimenting, stay curious, and never underestimate the power of putting yourself in your customer's shoes.
I love that. Understanding their needs is everything, isn't it?
It really is. So next time you're online, think about your own searches. What unique questions are you asking?
Because chances are those same questions are being asked by your future customers right now.
Exactly. Figure out what they need, answer their questions better than anyone else, and you're golden.
This has been amazing. We covered so much today about unique searches. What's the main thing you want our listeners to remember?
Just this. The more specific you can get, the better. Understanding those unique needs is the key to standing out from the crowd and really connecting with your ideal customer.
And on that note, we'll wrap up today's deep dive. Thanks for coming on this journey with us. Until next time, happy searching, everyone.